Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Natasha. If it is your first time here, today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 favorite bronzers. So if you're interested in this video, just keep watching.
Now close your eyes.
So I am a bronzer girl. I love bronzer. I love a good heavy bronze. I don't even care if I got a bronzer helmet. I was that girl in middle school who would take her bronzer and put it all over her face and like her chest and her body. Like that was me. I was that bronzer girl. So I have my top 5 favorite bronzers right here. Let's just jump into it. Okay, so this first bronzer I have right here is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Honestly, this is like, I think, my 5th one that I've gone through. I think this is the best bronzer you can get at the drugstore. I think they have about 6 or 7 shades, which is great because when they first came out, they only had this one shade, and just like one shade does not cut it. That does not work. You gotta have multiple shades, okay? So I'm really happy that they extended their shade range. I honestly just think that this is straight up the best bronzer at the drugstore. I use this, honestly, more than I use some of my high-end bronzers. Like, this is probably my number 1. It blends out so nicely. It is matte with just, like, the slightest sheen. It's not super shimmery. It doesn't have glitter in it. It honestly just gives you that really natural, sun-kissed glow on your face. It's super easy to use. You can do really light. You can build it up. It blends out so nicely. It smells phenomenal. You guys know my love for the smell of like SPF and like coconut and tropical. That's what this is. It is so bomb. Honestly, best smell ever. It lasts a super long time. I mean, I've hit pan on this, but honestly, I use this like every single day. This bronzer is so great. I highly suggest it for anyone looking for a bronzer, whether you're a beginner, you're advanced. Like, this is just a bomb drugstore bronzer. It's the best. Okay, so the next product, I had to talk about it. If I didn't talk about it, I would be a fraud. Honestly, this guy right here, this is the Fenty Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer. I have mine in the shade 02 Butter Biscuit. Honestly, I use this cream bronzer almost every single day. Since I got this cream bronzer, it is the only cream one that I'm using, and I use it almost every single day. I always put a powder over my creams unless I'm going for that like super simple, glowy, really quick out the door, you know, no makeup look. I always put a powder over it unless I'm doing a look like that. And this, I think, honestly is the best cream bronzer there is out there. Firstly, it's Fenty, so there is more than enough shades for everyone to use, whether you have a super light complexion or you have a darker complexion. I use mine in the shade 02 Butter Biscuit, like I said. Clearly very loved. I don't like love the packaging because it is a little messy, but I can get over that because this product is so amazing. I have it on today. I have a combination of these two on today actually. It blends out so easy. I honestly think like even my like 7-year-old niece, 8-year-old niece, how old is she now? 8? 7? 9? 10? I have 2 nieces that are like a year apart from each other, and honestly, does this make me a bad aunt? Because I'm like, I know they're between 7 and 10. They're those ages. I'm pretty sure 8 and 9. I'm pretty sure 8 and 9. Those are the ages. Ooh. Anyways, I feel like my nieces who are children could use this and still get a perfect blend out bronze. This is so user friendly. You don't need a whole lot, you just need a little bit. I've blended out with a sponge, with my fingers, with a brush. Each time it just goes on so beautifully. It really lasts. I love that this doesn't like smudge all over your face or get weird or greasy throughout the day. Sometimes with cream products, they can kind of just like melt down your face. This does not do this. This is amazing. Amazing. If you haven't tried any Fenty products and you're like, oh, I want to try something, or even if you're like just stepping into using cream products like cream bronzers, I highly, highly recommend this one. It works so well. It blends out so nice. It's beautiful. Like, there's so many shades. Like, I don't even know what I could say about it other than that. It's so user friendly, which is something I think is so amazing because I have used cream bronzers before where it's like the second you put it on your face, it's just stuck there, or it's too much pigment, it's too hard to blend out, like stresses you out. This is so easy. I honestly believe anyone could pick this up and use it phenomenally. It looks so beautiful on your skin. It sinks right in. It gives you just such a nice natural bronze look. Fire. This next bronzer I have right here is from Thrive Cosmetics. This is the Sun Chaser Blur and Sculpt Bronzing Powder, and I have mine in the shade Rhea. This right here is like my perfect contouring bronzer. I honestly only ever use this to contour. I really like Thrive Cosmetics. I think they are a great brand. They are a little bit more spendy, but I feel like it's kind of worth it because some of the proceeds go to a good cause. It helps women with breast cancer, and also, you know, you're getting nice, clean ingredients. I think the owner is really great, and I really like this bronzer. I do wish they had a few more shades. They have this one and one more, which is a little bit darker and it's shimmery, but this is just like the perfect contouring shade for me. If I'm wanting to get that really hollowed out, chic, glam cheekbone, I will just grab a little bit of this and fill it in right here, and I just feel like it completely like sucks my face in and gives me that like perfect, like I can cut you with my cheekbones type of look. It blends out really nicely. You can go really light-handed with it, or you can go in heavy-handed with it and get that really dark, really sculpted look. I only use this when I'm contouring, but honestly, it's one of the best contour powders I have ever used. If you ever see me with my cheekbones looking real sharp, it's because I go in with this guy. And Thrive is now available at Ulta, so it used to be just you can only buy it on the Thrive Cosmetics website. Now you can look at some Thrive products inside of Ulta stores and get them on the Ulta app. So definitely check out Thrive. This bronzer is amazing, and they have other great products if you're wanting to check that out. Okay, I have two more bronzers and then an honorable mention. The next bronzer I want to talk about is this guy right here from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. I honestly don't love the packaging. That's like the only complaint I have about it. It is like the cute, you know, like quintessential Too Faced, I feel like, with the hearts. Remember when they used to have like all the heart-shaped blushes? But I don't like the lid is fully separate. I feel like I lose this all the time, and it is a little bulky if you're wanting to travel. But those things aside, which are my only complaints, this is such a beautiful bronzer. It is two-toned in here. I always just mix my brush into both of them. And this gives me the most beautiful, glowy, sun-kissed, sexy, Brazil, Jennifer Lopez, sweaty, suntan oil, bronze, I live on the beach, bronze. Did I paint a picture for you? Because that's exactly what this gives me. It is so beautiful. I actually really love a good shimmery bronzer. I know that some people prefer just a matte bronzer. Some people prefer just a shimmer. I love a good shimmery bronzer because I just love my cheeks looking really glowy, and I think because my skin is dry as well, sometimes a shimmery bronzer, I don't have to worry about it like collecting on any dry patches or making my face give the appearance of being even more dry. And if I'm ever trying to look super glowy, super sexy, super J-Lo, I go in with this bronzer and it is just gorgeous. It blends out so nicely. It honestly is kind of lightly pigmented, but it builds up really nicely, so you can get a really nice dark bronze with it. Amazing. Honestly, just think like J-Lo sexy suntan beach bronze. Amazing, fantastic, incredible. That's what this is. So great. I will say though, I wish that they came out with more shades because I don't think anyone darker than me would be able to use this, and that sucks because I think this is such a good formula. So Too Faced, give me more shades because this bronzer is, I love this bronzer. I love it. This next bronzer I have is definitely the most expensive in my collection, and I only have it in a mini size, and I've had this mini size for a hot minute and I still haven't hit pan on it, so I refuse to buy the full size because I'm the mini has just been riding for me so hard. This is the Hourglass Cosmetics Ambient Light Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. So they have quite a few different shades in their ambient lighting products. They have blushes and bronzers. This is just the mini, and I swear to you, I've had this for a year. I've gone hard on this and I still haven't hit pan. This is a shimmery bronzer. Hourglass does such an amazing job with their products. They really make you have that glow from within. It makes you look like your skin is just naturally so healthy and so glowy, so movie star. This bronzer is a little bit more cool toned, but it is gorgeous. It makes my bronzer look airbrushed when I wear this. I love taking this to travel because it is the little mini one. The full size one is quite a bit bigger, but it is really expensive, and I'm This one's still going hard for me. Why would I buy the big one? You know what I'm saying here? So amazing. Honestly, one of the best high-end bronzers I've ever tried. Bronzer's like a weird thing because I feel like drugstore doesn't have like the greatest bronzers. Super high-end doesn't have the greatest bronzers. It's usually like right in the middle line that you find the best ones. But this as a high-end bronzer is phenomenal. Hourglass just knows what they're doing when it comes to face powdered products, especially in their ambient lighting line. It is just the most beautiful, shimmery, but not in like a too thick, like looks like you put highlighter on your cheeks type of way. It is just, it's gorgeous. When I say this is like an airbrushed bronzer, that's how I feel like it is. It just looks so nice. It's so easy to work with. It goes on so nicely. This also goes on a little bit lighter in pigment, but you could really build it up. I've definitely built this up a little too heavy on my face before, but it is just gorgeous. Okay, so that is my top 5 favorite bronzers. Like if I had to pick just 5 to live with the rest of my life, those would be the 5. This next one here I want to mention is just straight up an honorable mention because I don't use it as like a legit bronzer. It is a bronzer, but I use it more as a bronzer topper. This is from Flower Beauty. This is the Heatwave Luminous Bronzer. I completely demolished the lid. I just snapped it off. So this is a baked bronzer by Flower Beauty. I have mine in the shade Sunswept M1. So I think that's Sunswept Medium 1. On its own, I think this is way too shimmery. It's almost like a highlight, I feel like, on its own. But if you're going in with a matte bronzer, like if I'm going in with my Butter bronzer or even just like the Thrive bronzer, take a brush in this. I prefer to use like a duo fiber brush and just kind of run this all over your bronze areas. And it adds the most beautiful golden shimmery bronze just on top. I think if you used it on your own, it would be way too shimmery. It would be kind of a mess. But as a bronzer topper, it is so gorgeous. And honestly, when I use this as a bronzer topper, I love running a little eyeshadow brush through it and putting it all over my eyelids as well because it just gives you that like sexy bronze shimmery look, but not too overboard. So if you're looking for like a really good luminous bronzer topper or something you can even just throw on top, and if you had a deeper skin tone, I think this would be a gorgeous highlight on you. Definitely check this out, Flower Beauty. I don't know what's going on with Flower Beauty. I thought for a while maybe like the company was dying because they were available only in a Walmart near me, and when I went recently they had nothing. And online I feel like it's kind of weird. Everything's sold out, so I don't know if maybe they're going through a rebrand or the company's closing. If you know anything or if you've heard anything, let me know in the comments down below because I actually do like quite a few Flower Beauty products. So I'm kind of confused on why the company would kind of go under, but this is a really great bronzer. I would suggest maybe looking for it online because it was only available in Walmarts, and my local Walmart doesn't carry Flower Beauty anymore, so I don't know if that's just around here or what, but as an honorable mention, this is a great luminous bronzer topper. Alright, and that's it. That is all of my top 5 favorite bronzer products. Bronzer is kind of like a weird thing to talk about because I feel like there's only so many descriptive words you can use to describe a bronzer. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite bronzing products are, whether it's cream, powder, bronzer topper. Let me know. Even like your favorite brush to use for bronzers. I'm intrigued, especially if it's something I didn't talk about. Let me know in the comments down below. As well as don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post here every Tuesday and Friday. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!